Hi, my name is Heather Richter. I'm the Administrator of Continuous Improvement Support for Kern County Superintendent of Schools. Thank you for being with me today. Our current situation isn't an ideal scenario, and we know many of our students will likely struggle in transitioning to distant learning mode. We all need to keep the focus on striving for the best outcomes possible. Let's not overthink this, guys. We're delivering instruction, just as we do in our classrooms every day. It just happens to be through a new vehicle of delivery. This isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. In Canvas, you will be assigned the students on your current roster. As we create lessons, we know we have students that require support and modifications. Students within your classroom who have an individualized educational plan, otherwise known as an IEP, will need your support as well. It is important to remember that every student is a general education student first. As you move forward and begin creating your own lessons for your class, remember, we must be equitable, creative, and innovative to ensure that all students have access to curriculum. This is a new and unique process for most of us, but the goals and outcomes will all be the same. What do we want our students to learn? How do we know that they've learned it? And what services and supports can I offer to some students to ensure they have learned what I wanted them to learn? As the general education teacher, you will need to assign each student, even those on an IEP, their coursework. Therefore, as you create your lessons, please keep all students in mind. Choice boards and learning menus for each lesson are a way to differentiate. For example, within a choice board, there are 9 possible activities students could engage with. You could choose 5 activities that support the middle skill set of your students. 2 activities could be extended activities for your students that need enrichment. And perhaps 2 choices could be appropriate to differentiate for your students who need remediation support or perhaps adapted materials. I have attached a video to give you more information if you are interested in choice boards or learning menus. We recognize that you do not hold a special education credential, and therefore it is essential that you are communicating with your special education teachers during this time. It is best practice that you set aside a daily or weekly time period to discuss your lessons and objectives. The special education teachers should have access to the students on IEPs within your classroom. If they do not, please talk to your administrator. With this access, we suggest the assigned special education teacher regularly check the assignments that you have assigned, make suggestions for possible support of students on IEPs, and be in regular weekly contact with each student on an IEP to provide that needed extra support. Students that are mainstreamed to your classroom from a self-contained special education class, meaning you are not the teacher of record, will have content assigned by their special education teacher. 4 things I want you to remember. Number 1, collaborate with special education teachers as much as possible to support your students with disabilities. Their participation will likely be in the form of supporting your content by making accommodations and/or modifying the general education lessons being offered through Canvas. Number 2, there's no better time than now to try something new. We're all going to have some bumps along the road, but we will persevere. Number 3, if you have questions, you won't be the only one. Utilize your network of district colleagues and mentors. This challenge would appear impossible if attempted alone. However, we are lucky to have a team of educational professionals around us. Together, we will make a positive outcome of this unfortunate situation. And finally, number 4, we all went into education to better the lives of young people. When unique challenges arise, such as this one, don't forget our students and their families are depending on us. Let's remind them they have nothing to worry about. #BetterTogether. There's a famous quote that says, when something bad happens, you have 3 choices. Number 1, you can let it define you. Number 2, let it destroy you. Or number 3, you can let it strengthen you. Thank you for your time and best of luck on your new educational adventure. We are all in this together.